All right, guys, before we jump into this video with Joe, I wanted to go over our new trading algorithm that I've recently developed. Now, this is based around the strategy that we're going to be talking about in this video. It's coded specifically for this exact strategy. What we're giving you guys is the exact levels that we're using on a daily basis. We have the opening range low, the opening range high, the pre-market high, the pre-market low, and then the previous day level. So all of the levels that Joe uses on a daily basis will be coded into this algorithm. We also have signals for when price retests. So there's currently nothing out there on TradingView like this. So the link to this indicator, as well as the free group where you can follow Joe's signals live, is going to be the first link in the description below. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, yeah, so if you just want to go over kind of like what is the opening range, breakout and retest, how long you've been using it for.
You want to go over the whole system?
Just go over the whole just go over the whole system and then go over some of the previous trades using it.
Okay. So the whole system is basically pre-market high, previous day high and low, and opening range high and low, right? So what the opening range is people use the 5-minute, 15-minute. I personally use the 5-minute. So just from 9:30 a.m. to 9:35 a.m. Eastern time. So the first 5-minute candle of market open. Then we have pre-market high and low, which is from 4 a.m. Eastern to 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You just mark out the highest point and the lowest point that price went into that time. And then previous day high and low is like the most quote unquote confusing one. But all that basically is from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern is when stock markets are open. So you go to the previous day, you go to that time range, and you basically just mark out the highest point and the lowest point, and that's previous day high and low.
So those are the key levels. You don't use support and resistance. You don't use any of that. You just use previous day levels, pre-market levels, and then the first 5-minute range, right?
That's
it. So like very simple strategy that like anyone can grasp. I mean, it's not that
very simple. Just wait for a break, some displacement, good reaction when we get that retest with good price action, and just take it.
All right. So maybe go over some examples from live trading, and this is all live, like inside the Discord for free. So before anyone in the comments is like, "Oh, you're going back and showing previous," no. Like we haven't had a single losing day over the past since we started.
I can show you the one that we just took today. I also have proof on all my recordings of payouts and all that. So the one that we took today, this green line is pre-market high. We got clear displacement. So the way that I teach the students how displacement works is basically that little circle, that little gap that you see between. You want to see a pretty good gap. That's just a displacement. You can see that we closed below the level, but the very next candle, a lot of people would consider it an engulfing candle, shows very good momentum, shows buyers stepping in. So I just took my trade there. Stop loss being the candle that broke through the pre-market high. So the wick of this candle right here, this big green candle. I took half off at a 1-to-1 just to get that realized profit. And it would also make it that if the rest of my position gets stopped out, it is still a break-even trade. I told chat that I was going to trail stop loss once we hit high of day, because if we turtle soup it and we just sweep it, I don't want to get the rest stopped at break even. I want to be able to, reward myself for being right. So I just started trailing stop. We got a few points away from full TP, but price ended up coming down and taking us out at the trading stop loss, which is fine. That is also posted in the Discord, the whole recording. Here is proof of me getting a payout, right? I never demo trade. I always live trade in front of everybody. Here's another one on the 21st where we took it short off of a retest of previous day low, which is good. This candle was kind of neutral, right? So I waited for the next one, saw this very bearish shooting star, so I got in there. Move stops to break even at a 1-to-2, which then ended up getting stopped out on break even. But the 1-to-1 saved us again, which is where I scaled 50%. You always see a trend where I scale 50% at a 1-to-1. It's always good to have those realized gains. And especially for newer people out there, it eases your mind because you know that no matter what, you're not going to lose money. You can also see that we have days where we stay disciplined, only A+, right? We don't see displacement here. We just simply don't take it. So you can see this is a very simple strategy. As long as you just follow your rules, you take out half at a 1-to-1 or whatever you're comfortable with and all that. Very easy way to become profitable.
Okay, so why do you trade this way, like the opening range, breakout, and retest, as opposed to like some other ICT method? Because you did get profitable off of inverse fair value gaps, right? And you still kind of do use those to help you out, like finding confluence, even with this strategy. But why do you use this one now as opposed to any other one?
The real answer is any strategy out there is profitable. It just matters on the person behind it, the emotions and the psychology, right? So I got profitable using IFEGs. I just, to be honest, didn't like the risk or reward on it. So I just kind of switched back to this because I originally started trading using this method. It's a lot simpler. All you really do is just wait for a break and a retest. Like you don't have to look at multiple time frames. You don't need a bias. You kind of just you're a continuation trader, right? That's basically what this is. Here you can see that we took a loss. However, no reason to get mad at it. Not only was it a small loss, but we followed all of our rules and then we came back with the banger, right? So it's very simple stuff. I use IFEGs and all that to manage my trades. So, for example, today when I was in a trade, I told the stream I want to see this 1 minute get inversed. I wanted to see something else get inversed, so we can keep doing this order block, a bunch of stuff that I use to actually manage. Because once you're in the trade, all that's left is basically set TP and stop loss, right?
Right.
But due to the fact that you can become profitable with any strategy, I told myself, why not just trade one that's a lot easier and just continue from there.
Right. I mean, this is probably the easiest strategy that I've seen in a long time. I mean, it's literally a breakout and retest, and you're just looking for a retest of a certain level. Like, that's it. And just waiting for a bullish or
Yep.
bearish candle.
And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, you don't even have to go on the hourly and find good support or resistance levels. The key levels are the exact same every single day. It's super mechanical.
Yeah, I can 100% see that. Yeah, so also for those of you guys listening, I have developed an algorithm for this as well, which is going to remove all the guesswork. So either I already showed you that in this video or I'll show you in a second. It'll auto give you guys every single level that we talked about, and it will mark out the opening range on the 5-minute time frame. So your chart is going to look exactly like Joe's chart when he goes live. So it'll be like a 1-to-1 replica of his chart. So there's literally no guesswork involved. Like, all you have to do is wait for a breakout with displacement and then a retest, and it'll automatically be there for you. Jump into displacement a little bit as well, because this is something that Jay and I teach inside of like the crypto section of the group. And like what is displacement and why do you need to see it, right? Like on that example that you just showed. Like, what exactly
So
are
in
you
my
looking for?
terms, yeah, so in my terms, the way that I teach it, just because a bunch of people constantly ask, is that little circle. But in reality, what displacement is how far did we break out, right? So if we go to the day that I didn't take a trade right here, you can see we broke out of the 5-minute range and it worked out beautifully. However, I didn't take it, and that's because we had no displacement. So if you compare this picture right here to, for example, the trade that we took today, you can see that we break out and we get that continuation move, right? Because as a break and retest trader, you're more of a continuation trader, right? So once we get that break and retest, we kind of solidify, okay, we're bullish right now. So if we can see this come back and pull back to this level and it holds, we're still bullish because we're basically trying to catch that higher low in a way. This would be that higher high. This would be that higher low. And you can see that we formed that higher high here, which is where we started trailing, right? So if you don't see, me personally, I back tested it, which is what I recommend all of you guys to do. But if you don't see that displacement, I really recommend you don't take it because it doesn't fully solidify that we're bullish. It could just be a sweep, it could be a hold, it could be whatever, right? But once we get that full breakout with good momentum, good displacement, we get that, like, we're solidified that we're bullish or bearish.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's pretty much it. Like, do you have anything else regarding the actual opening range breakout and retest, or is that? I mean, that's pretty much it.
It's a super simple strategy, man. And if you join me every single morning, I say when I'm entering, I say when I'm exiting. I literally show everything where I'm putting my TP, my stop loss. I walk you guys through the trade. We have a discussion channel where everybody loves to talk and we all chat and ask questions. Feel free to DM me as well. I post these live trades also for people that can't make it due to work or school or whatever. Post a picture plus the recording, and it's the entire full hour-long recording too. It's not just a minute or 2 minutes. We have PDFs, we have FAQs, we have the algo, we have announcements, a little introduction about myself. We have everything needed to become profitable in this channel, like in this entire Discord.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if someone's unprofitable, right, and they're listening to this, let's say in anything, doesn't matter what they're trading, but they're unprofitable. If they come into this free group right now and trade live with you, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be profitable like first week, because they're literally not only are they learning the strategy, but they're actually following you live in real time. And like they're
We have
seeing.
students in here saying that they've never seen profits like what they've seen in this past week.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. All it is having a system and just following rules. But the most difficult part is people can't follow the rules. So they need someone like you to like tell them what you're doing. I'm like, okay, we're entering here
100%.
because of XYZ. Okay, now we're moving to break even. Okay, now we're trimming. People can't do that for some reason because their psychology is just fucked. But
And the cool thing is, I'm not just like a signal bot. I will tell you where I'm entering, stop loss, take profit. So I am technically signaling to you, but at the same time, I'm also going in depth as to why we're doing everything. So not only are you getting the signals, but you're also getting the knowledge behind it, so you can do it by yourself eventually.
right. And like that's the goal of this. You don't just want to follow someone or like some signals group forever. Like you want to actually learn how to trade. So no one can take that away from you. No matter what happens to you or this group, like people will be fine. Right? That's like the end goal for all this.
100%.
So yeah, that sounds good. Any last words for people listening? Any pieces of advice?
Just psychology, man. All you got to do is just follow a system, whether it's this strategy or something else. Just follow a system. don't FOMO, because at the end of the day, if you want to make this your full-time job, I don't know many people out there that are successful businessmen or businesswomen that are constantly FOMOing or constantly pissed off about something, you know?
Right.
You got to just stay at ease with your mind, you know, follow your rules, and that's about it, man.
All right, sounds good. And where can they find you, Joe?
Joe Ortega with 2 A's at the end on Instagram, Pixie Trades on YouTube, and inside the EzTrades Discord.
Let's go. So if you guys are listening, you aren't inside yet, join inside. I mean, guys, it's an hour per day. If you guys want to be a profitable trader, you can take an hour per day to learn a system that's proven and follow along a profitable trader. Most groups will charge $200, $300, $400 a month for what we're doing.
We also do
free.
Sunday classes for an hour long where we back test together, and I do a poll for you guys, so you guys take the trades. All I do is control the screen and what you guys see, so that way you guys can be learning as well.
Yeah, so first link in the description below, guys. Join up, and yeah, we'll see you inside.